Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Darth Slone, your official partnered content creator for Expansive Worlds. And today's video, we're going to be discussing my top 10 things that I think the angler needs right now or as soon as possible. We're going to start from number 10, work our way to number 1. And we're going to talk about, hang around to the end because we're going to talk about some things that we know are coming. Those things that we absolutely know are coming, I'm not including in the top 10. So I'm just the things that we don't currently have that I think we need in the game to make the game better and to just make the replay value skyrocket. So hang in there, guys. Do me a favor before we hop any further into it. You see it right there. We have that YouTube subscribe icon right there. If you mouse over that, if you've not subscribed yet, the little subscribe option will pop up. It is absolutely free over here on YouTube. YouTube is like a free follow on Twitch. They just use different words. Doesn't cost anything. And you want to take part in that, guys, because we're doing some giveaways coming up. We're doing a 10K, some giveaways for 10K when we reach that. If we reach it before December 31st, we're going to do a 12-hour stream. And regardless, whenever we hit 10K, we're going to do some giveaways. But the bigger prize is at 50K subs, we're going to do an Xbox Series X giveaway. Let's hop into this thing. We're going to start with number 10, fly fishing. Okay? Fly fishing. So I eventually personally think that we will get fly fishing. I think they are working on some things, some priorities first, or maybe fly fishing could be introduced with the new map. We know that they are working on a new map. They have said so. So that's coming. Could fly fishing be coming with that next map? Not sure, but eventually we got to have fly fishing because it's just a new mechanic and it's one of the things that we want. Okay, let's move on to number 9, trolling motors. Now, I think trolling motors would be especially useful because, number 1, I do a legendary search party stream, actually tonight on Wednesdays. Let's take, for example, especially if it's a quiet trolling motor, those fish that you're listening for, the gurgler, the ones that make a sound, you know, the mermaid, for example, we could troll around quietly and listen. You know, you got to turn those sound effects up so that you can listen for those. And there's situations where I like crappie fishing along the bank or bass fishing along the bank, and I need to just move up a little bit. If we could just hit a little button and stay standing while fishing and troll, oh, that would be sweet. You know, who doesn't want a trolling motor? Okay. All right, let's move on to number 8, team competitions with a 3v3 option. You know, if 6 is the limit. Now, me and CJO, oh, I'm getting a good bite here. This is a 2-aught minnow for these largemouth. Me and CJO recently did a friendly competition. And the way we did it is we set it on biggest catch, and we just put my 3 on the team and his 3, and we manually added them up. This is something that's not absolutely must have right now, you know, but it would be nice to be able to set these competitions and have a few more. And like VV and Chris and Gaz said in that tackle box stream, this is competitions V1, baby. So they're just going to keep on improving on it. So hang in there. Okay. Hang in there. My number 7 option is to, when you block a player, and this comes from my buddy Blaine and Dads, and listen, you know, I'm all about fishing beside your buddies. It's just blatantly rude to stand directly in front of someone, and there are trolls out there that do that. They do it to me all the time. I don't know if they're trying to get in a video or what they're trying to do, but they'll come and they'll get right in front of me, and that's just rude. So Blaine had this idea, I think it was Blaine, that when we block a player, they become invisible. I don't know how possible that is with the coding of the game and stuff. That would be sweet. When we block a player, if we just don't even see them, they're invisible. You don't know they're there anymore. That would be awesome. Let's go to number 6, a saltwater map. Now, I figured that one might actually go up a little higher for some people. We all have different tastes and different things, and any of these top 10 the game needs at some point. But for me, it falls in at number 6, the saltwater map, because there are my top 5 that I have are more important than that to me. I mean, we've got 4 maps at this point. The option of backfilling is always there. You know, these events that we do, like the summer event, the Halloween event, you know, Christmas event, we get those little things. You can add things without adding new maps and make the game replay value. It's not just always about new maps for me. It's the little things that you can do to add replay value, and we're going to get into that in the top 5. But a saltwater map, I would love to hook into that big marlin, you know, and I've even talked about how awesome it would be if, you know, because you're always wondering what to do with money. I mean, we're looking right now, I'm looking, you know, almost 600K on this map. I'm on 48 diamond tokens, a legendary token, 255 gold tokens, just nothing to do with any of that stuff. Imagine a lake like Florida. You could even throw in the brackish waters there. When you throw that in there, and I know some people are going to say another American map, whatever. I don't care where. I care about the types of fish. And Florida has an awesome variety of fish, especially when you start going off the coast. Who wouldn't want to hook into a big marlin like that? Now, there have been some issues, like, so how would we do it? Now, here's how I would do it. Make it an instance. Put a charter boat on that you go and click on, and then it takes you basically to a separate map. And you're out in the middle of the ocean. Now, this one's pretty nice, I think. So it's essentially, you click on it and it takes you to a different map sort of thing, like an instance. And, you know, all you can see around you is just ocean water. Because let's face it, you know, an ocean water map would just be plain. There wouldn't be any mountains or anything. Gaz and Chris kind of touched on that in one of our Q&A sessions there that we had on the... There's a diamond largemouth yellowfish, baby. Sorry to get interrupted by this diamond. I'm sorry. 81.1 degrees, right in those temperatures. You could say rent the charter boat, $10,000 to use the charter boat. You know what this does. Now, people are automatically going to say, oh, that's too much money and all this. Each little thing, you know, for a lot of people are rich and have nothing to spend it on. So initially, this is something that the end game players, the players that have really focused on leveling up and getting money and all that, and they're sitting there at level 200 with nothing to spend tokens on or money or whatever, they can go rent that charter boat. You know, you can rent it and it's good as long as you play. You know, but if you get offline, whenever you come back online, you have to rent another charter boat, you know, so $10,000 a pop. Or say you get 4 of your buddies to go with you and you can divide the cost, $2,500 for you, $2,500 for you. And you do a session like that where you split the cost. Those are just some ideas. That is my bottom 5. Now let's go with our top 5. For me, all these things come down to replay value, because when you're sitting there with everything, all the diamonds, bingo across the board, and you're like, what do I do next? What do I do? You know, for over here in my channel, we do the top 5, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm hitting the top 5. I don't have a largemouth yellowfish, so that's one of the things I'm targeting. Achievement unlockables, such as 150-pound whales. All right, so these are in-game achievements that you get awards for. So if you catch a 100, and I wouldn't even have this achievement yet. Okay, I don't have 150-pound whales. I have like 146, right? But that would keep me going for that 150-pound whales. And when I get it, I get a special edition Growler X that's camo skinned, or just a different cool skin, you know, some type of skin on it. Same pole, just a different variation of it. And when people see you fishing with that, they know that you have a 150-pound whale. It's bragging rights. It's a flex. It's an in-game achievement. Same thing for the 10-pound bass on Golden Ridge. Catch 10-pound bass on Golden Ridge, you get the reel to go with that one. You know, they could just take fish and pair them up that way. You know, so if you want the full setup for that rig, then you got to go target a 10-pound bass on Golden Ridge. Maybe there's that 110-pound line that goes on that Growler X that we don't have in the game yet. Maybe there's an unlockable achievement to let you earn that, you know, and then you could throw in t-shirts, hats, you know, a full outfit, you know, just different boat skins, Jeep skins. You catch this fish, you get this, you know, but it's got to be like the upper echelon, almost community record to get that. I think that's replay value. That's why I've got that so high. Okay, let's go on to number 4. Number 4, in-game weekly tournaments with rewards. Okay, so I go to the playlist. There's this week featured largemouth bass tournament. I click on it. It fills up with 12 people. The match starts 30 minutes up in the timer, just like they've got it right now. If you win it, then you win this special edition rod, special edition reel, or you win an outfit or whatever, a hat, something. That would be sweet, I think. And then, you know, you don't win the tournament, or maybe you get a little something for second place, a little something for third place. You don't win, you immediately go back into the playlist, you try again. That's replay value all day long. All right, number 3, aquarium or lodge. Something to show our catches off. Right now, all the fish look the same. There's no variation. So they did talk about that they're going to add some variation to the fish. Didn't really say rares or what they're doing, but something to make the fish look different from each other. You know, you might have a fish that's scarred up a little bit, or a little darker, a little lighter. Maybe it has a little extra color, you know, something like that. But then you have those rare variants of fish and they look a little different. And I can understand that. But that's number 3. That's pretty high on my list right now. Now, number 2, tents. On the Hunter, tents are $16,000. And I'm specifically thinking right now of this area right here. I'm close to it, actually. I would stick a tent on this little island right here. You've got 2 boat valets here. This place right here is horrible to get to fish for largemouth yellowfish. This cliff is absolutely hideous to go down. It takes forever to walk down there. And then if you want to get your boat, if you go this way, you're flipping over waterfalls, getting stopped by rocks. It's horrible to go down this way. So that means the only other option is to come down here at Freaky's Dock and travel all the way up here to get to some of these spots. I caught a nice diamond, over 15-pound African model deal there. So tents, let us buy tents. I think that would be an awesome, you know, you get tents to put beside your favorite little honey holes, like right here. These places that don't have fast travel points to them, you put your own tents down. That's number 2. That's high up on my list. Now, what in the world would... Oh, there's another big one coming in. So what in the world do y'all think my number 1 ask in this game is? Level cap raised from 200 to whatever. Let's say 1,000, whatever. Just raise that level cap. Ooh, this one's juicy. Raise that level cap, and every 10 levels, give us rewards. Just like you did before. Boat skins, Jeep skins, the Power Nexus with a different skin. Like every 50 rewards, or every 50 levels, let there be a special reward. You know? Like a different pole or reel or something usable in the game like that. Oh, that one got close. That one got close, guys. But that is my top 1, is the level cap being raised. There's a lot of level 200 sitting out there asking for this, guys. There's a lot of people out there that play this game a lot. And they're sitting there at 200 asking, begging for the level cap to be raised. And that is something, that's the number 1 to me. Raise, but don't just raise it to 1,000. See, we've gone from 100 to 200 with no rewards. Just go in there at every 10 levels. I don't even care if it's a shirt or a special lure. There's all kinds of little things that you all could make, that EW could make to give us every 10 levels. Just raise that level cap up there every 10 levels, put those rewards back in. You can retroactively go back and add at 110, 120, 130. You know, throw those rewards in there. That's my number 1. Now, the things that we've not talked about, and the reason I didn't talk about them is because we are getting them. So this isn't a wish list at this point. We're already getting them. The rod holders are getting added at some point in the near future. They mentioned they're working on the rares and the fish variations. So that's why I didn't really put that in my top 10. But but the number one thing, it's not really an add to the game, is the crashing issues. They got to get that fixed. None of this works without the crashing issues being fixed. And the PlayStation's even worse than PC. I thought I had it bad. Mine got fixed some. I think the last stream only crashed twice. That's bearable. There was a moment where I couldn't go 10 minutes without crashing, and I've lowered my graphics card setting down about as low as I can go. So anyway, guys, I know it's a longer video, but I'm passionate about it. I know you guys are passionate about it. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see added, or if you would take what I've got in my top 10 that's lower and raise it up higher. Different people have different importance. For me, it's all about replay value. What's going to keep me playing? What's going to keep most of the fan base playing the game? And you always got to have something to strive for. If you're sitting there at 200 with bingo, I just worry about the state of the game. You know, you got to raise that level cap. I think that's the number one thing that will keep people playing, besides fixing the crashes. That's obvious, you know, get the crashing thing fixed. But anyway, guys, my name is Darth Slone. Hit it, guys. Hit that. Click it. It's free. If you haven't subbed yet, please do so. And you know the giveaways, the Xbox Series X, PlayStation cards, Xbox cards, Steam. You know, we're doing that at 10K, but the big one, Xbox Series X, when we hit 50K. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Darth Slone. We'll catch you in the next one.